The interesting thing I saw in some of the reports this morning is because they were asking independents too, what are you going to do in the election? And the one, like, the most resounding thing was, well, I'm not voting for Hillary. That was surprising to me, is that people didn't say, well, they asked them in general about the election, and I said, well, the only person I really can't vote for is Hillary. That's an amazing statement. So,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's people who would, if they, who are Sanders people, if he doesn't get the nomination and it's Hillary against Trump, they'll vote for Trump.
yeah,
Literally.
yeah, exactly. Well, I think there it is. We'll find out on Tuesday, but my prediction will be Bernie will win, obviously, in New Hampshire. Um, Trump will win, I think, by 9 points maybe in New Hampshire. And then it'll be the rest of them, and the governors will move up a little bit.
Well, the other funny thing that the Clinton campaign now is doing with New Hampshire is going to claim a victory if they're not totally wiped out. They're setting the stage, and the mainstream media is setting the stage. Well, unless Hillary really, really gets knocked out, it's a victory for her because it's Sanders' backyard. It's a state that's friendly to Sanders and his demographic. So if Hillary even loses by 10 points, it's a Clinton victory. That's
Yeah.
what the media and the Clintons are setting up right now.
And that's true. The reality is they're two states next to each other that are so far apart it's ridiculous. You
Well,
know,
and they have a competition with each other, like the Northern California and Southern California. They're still in California, but they're still competition and don't necessarily like each other. And
yeah,
New Hampshire and Vermont sort of have that going on as well.
yeah, they do, and but I would say this, especially the southern part of New Hampshire, is really Massachusetts.
Well, and the crazy thing that's happening is now Bernie is having to tell his supporters to calm down because they're having Democratic events, and when people start speaking, when the establishment shills, because she's got that busload of female senator harpies going around, pimping for Hillary, and when these harpies are pimping for Hillary, the Bernie Bros are booing them and calling them out and causing a ruckus.
And
So
incidentally, you saw that Donald got quite a few boos, but he attributed that to all of the supporters of the mainstream RNC.
right, well, you know why? You know why? Because Obama knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
And Rubio got more boos too, and he brought that up for the fourth time after being called out for it. But anyway, I guess the real trick with New Hampshire is going to be how the mainstream media spins the Clinton loss into a Clinton victory, which they will. Which they will. They'll say, oh, yeah, yeah, Hillary totally exceeded expectations. She has the momentum now. Yeah, she lost by 10 points, but she has the momentum because they thought she was going to lose by 11 points. She has the momentum now. So it will be how the DNC and the mainstream media spins a Clinton loss into a Clinton victory. And then the other thing is who is going to come out in the mainstream lane, because probably out of New Hampshire, the mainstream, the second tier mainstream Republican candidate will probably be coronated at that point.
Maybe.
Maybe. Definitely after South Carolina and Nevada. They'll definitely coronate somebody after that.
Yeah.
But whoever's got the momentum going in New Hampshire, and it's really anybody's game right now.
Well, and that's why the big attacks had to be on Rubio, because they were afraid that this was going to be the eclipsing moment. Rubio kind of failed on that because he just sticks too much to his talking points. I mean,
Right.
he goes down perfectly, but he's got to expand it beyond there. But none of them do. I mean, at least with the Donald, as you say, he's just speaking off the cuff. He's not. But he's like, and they're beheading people and Christians, and they're beheading. He couldn't even figure
Yeah,
out who else they
but
were beheading.
Donald is a freaking master of turning anything around. When he gets booed, he says, "Yo, you know why I'm getting booed? Because there's donors in the audience giving money to all these people. I don't need these donors. That's why I'm getting booed." So he turns the whole thing around of, yeah, there's a tough independent guy not taking money. He can turn anything in his favor. He's a master of it. And what little prime Ricky Ricardo proved is you throw him off book and he's lost because he kept going back to his talking point because he has
So
nowhere else to go.
let me ask you the question: will Rubio be overtaken by one of the governors in New Hampshire?
Maybe, probably not. But now I would have said definitely not. But that definitely not has now become a maybe.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens on Tuesday. I think it'll be interesting, and we'll see if your Hillary spin prediction comes true. I
Oh,
think it will.
there's no doubt about it. Even if she loses, it will be spun as a victory for her.